Welcome to the exciting world of 3D animation. This guide will introduce you to Blender, a fantastic software that's completely free to use. Imagine building characters, designing objects, and creating entire worlds. Blender makes it possible. Whether you dream of making animated films, designing video game characters, or simply bringing your creative ideas to life in 3D, Blender is the tool for you. Blender is what we call open-source software. This means it's developed by a community of passionate individuals worldwide who contribute to making it better every day. And the best part? You can download and use it absolutely free. This guide will give you a taste of what Blender can do. We'll cover the basics, but remember, this is just the beginning. Blender is incredibly powerful, and there's always something new to learn and explore. So are you ready to dive in? Let's get started and unleash your inner artist. Before we start creating, we need to get Blender on your computer. Don't worry, it's a piece of cake. Head over to the official Blender website at blender.org. Look for the big, friendly download button. You can't miss it. Click the download button that matches your computer, whether it's Windows, Mac, or Linux. Once the download is complete, it's just like installing any other program. Double-click the downloaded file and follow the on-screen instructions. Easy peasy. Once Blender is installed, find its icon on your desktop or in your Applications menu and double-click it to launch. You'll be greeted by the Blender splash screen, and then you're ready to start your 3D journey. Opening Blender for the first time might feel a little overwhelming. It's like stepping into a spaceship cockpit, but don't worry, we'll break it down. At the center of the screen is the 3D viewport, where you'll see and interact with your 3D creations. On the left side of the 3D viewport, you'll find the toolbar. This handy bar contains tools for selecting, moving, scaling, and rotating objects in your scene. Think of it as your virtual toolbox. On the right side is the Properties editor. Here you can adjust the settings of your objects, materials, and the scene itself. It's like a control panel for everything you create. Lastly, at the bottom of the screen is the timeline. This is where the magic of animation happens. We'll dive into it later. Now the fun begins. Let's create a simple 3D model. We'll start with a classic, a chair. Don't worry, we're not building a throne, unless you want to. First, delete the default cube in the scene by selecting it and pressing X. Now press Shift plus A to add a new object. From the menu, choose Mesh then Cube. Congratulations, you've created the building block of our chair. Now we'll use the tools in the toolbar to shape our cube into a chair. We'll use Scale to make it longer and wider, Extrude to pull out legs, and Loop Cut to add some definition. Section 5, adding materials and textures, bringing the chair to life. Our chair is taking shape, but it looks, well, a bit bland. Let's add some color and texture. This is where materials come in. In the Properties editor, click the Material Properties tab. Here you can create new materials and adjust their properties. Click New to create a new material. You can choose its color, reflectivity, and even add textures to make it look like wood, metal, or fabric. Experiment with different settings and see how they affect your chair's appearance. Remember, there are tons of free textures available online that you can download and apply to your models. It's a great way to add realism without having to create everything from scratch. Section 6. Introduction to animation, making things move. Now that our chair is looking snazzy, let's bring it to life with animation. Animation is all about creating movement over time. In Blender, we do this using keyframes. Keyframes are like snapshots of an object's position, rotation, or other properties at a specific point in time. By setting keyframes at different points on the timeline, we can create movement. Let's say we want our chair to spin around. We'd set a keyframe at the beginning of the timeline with the chair in its starting position. Then, we'd move to a later point on the timeline, rotate the chair, and set another keyframe. Blender will automatically create the animation between these keyframes. Section 7. Rendering your masterpiece, from Blender to video. Our chair is animated and ready for its close-up. To create a video file from our animation, we need to render it. Rendering is the process of taking all the information in our scene, the models, materials, lighting, and animation, and creating a series of images that, when played back in sequence, create our animation. In Blender, we use the Render menu to access rendering settings. We can choose the output format, like MP4 or AVI, the resolution, and the frame rate. Once we're happy with the settings, we hit the Render Animation button, and Blender will get to work. Rendering can take some time, depending on the complexity of the scene and the settings we've chosen, but once it's done, we'll have a video file that we can share with the world. Section 8. Resources and continued learning. The journey continues. Congratulations, you've just scratched the surface of what's possible in Blender. This beginner's guide has given you a taste of the basics, but there's so much more to learn and explore. The great thing about Blender is that there's a huge and supportive community of users out there who are always willing to help. There are countless online tutorials, forums, and communities where you can find answers to your questions, get inspiration, and connect with fellow Blender artists. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and learn from them. The more you use Blender, the more comfortable and confident you'll become. Section 9. Conclusion. Embrace the world of 3D. As you delve deeper into the world of 3D animation with Blender, remember that the only limit is your imagination. Whether you're creating realistic environments, whimsical characters, or abstract art, Blender gives you the power to bring your ideas to life. So go forth, create, and share your unique vision with the world. The 3D world awaits.